All right, good day, welcome loves, and welcome Pisces. All right, I've been getting you for a minute here, but sometimes some of the energy gets a little kind of difficult to like form into like words because it's fucking feeling, and it can get a little difficult sometimes trying to interpret what I'm feeling into words. All right, it's kind of like like you ask somebody like, what does this mean in Spanish? You say it in English and you say, what does this mean in Spanish? And it's like, I don't fucking know. It's a little different. Like the way you would word it or put it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's just a little example, but all right, anyway, kind of just depends on the situation, what you're asking. But Pisces, it's almost like I feel like there's something that you're neglecting, there's something that you're not like paying attention to, but I feel like it's almost like something is going to come in like a divine energy or something that is going to make you fully comprehend. All right, I'm also getting like a bit of a leadership role, which means if you want to be a role model, a leader, you have to be that role model. All right, that means you have to live a life that is worth setting an example for. All right, so I feel like whatever's going on, it's like you're not fully where you're supposed to be in this leadership role. And I feel like there could be like a little bit of like of a stall because in order to progress, we have to make changes. We need to align with what we're supposed to be doing. All right, if we want to move up, we have to level up ourselves, our energy, everything. All right, so let's see. All right, so I feel like yes. Okay, yeah, there is that divine energy. 3 in a row here. You need to invest your time. Where you're investing your time ain't good. All right? It's like I said, it's almost kind of like what you put in with the 7 of Pentacles is what you get. All right? So if you want to reap the rewards and flip this page into the upright and have good news, good things coming in, you have to invest in yourself, right? So right here with these 3 here, it's like you're suppressing your commitment to your spiritual goal, your spiritual purpose, knowledge, education, spiritual wisdom, knowledge. Yeah. And the temperance here is that divine energy, right? That is going to step in. All right. If you have an important role, see, the thing is, we come here to this world, all right, and it's almost as if everything is wiped from our minds previous. All right. So, like, we come here with a goal, with a fucking plan. And then once we get here and we get into this 3D world, it's like we forget what we fucking came here for. And then usually people fall into the 3D because it's something that is comfortable, aligned, and you don't gotta really work for shit, right? On yourself. You can live in this world and not be spiritual and, still be able to make it. But not leveling up. You'll survive this world, but you won't level up from this world. Or even if you come back to this world, you won't come back as a more elevated energy, purpose. So right here, the first 5 cards are saying everything I friggin' said. You are not committing to your spirituality, your spiritual practice, your commitment to learning more, leveling up your education, your knowledge. And it's like, so the divine here is saying that, you need to get your discernment on track. You need to focus on investing where it's important. Because right now, not a lot. I mean, not a lot is really growing or blooming, you know, because you're not investing and committing. So what's stopping? What's going on here with Pisces? So like, what is the roadblock? What is I'm getting huge suppression. I feel like you do have, like, you're pushing it deep down. All right, you've really like pushed it down. But I also feel like it's like, you know, and that's even fucking worse. Okay, like walking around dumb and blind. Okay, that's the universe, spirit energy, whatever. You know, it has a little more like, okay, they're just not there. All right, but you, I think, low key are like, you know what's up, and that makes it fucking worse. That's when the temperance steps in and starts intervening and like, okay, no, no, you know, now you need to rise up. You need to stop. All right. So what is the goddamn problem with Pisces here? Oh, we had the Five of Ufta. That literally, when I was shuffling, it flew out. So what? Oh boy. So I feel, yeah. Okay, so you've got a very low energy. You have a very, I feel like you've abandoned. Yeah. And I feel like now you're going to start to kind of see things die, you know, in your life. You might start to see things starting to wilt. Pay attention to your flowers in your house, all right? Pay attention to your flowers in your house, your plants in your house. If they start wilting and dying, that's a huge indicator that, you know what? Your energy is sucking the fucking life out of it. All right? Hence the, yeah. Okay, so I feel like right now, yeah, Pisces, you are feeding into nothing but drama. All right? You are way off balance. You are so stuck. All right? And it's like the wheel is stuck. You're stuck in the past. You're probably doing shit you've been doing since God knows whenever. All right, partying, celebrating, fighting, arguing, drama, just stupid shit. So maybe I'll go out and party and celebrate, get drunk, whatever. And that's the worst thing for anybody that has a spiritual purpose or a leadership role. All right, you got to rid the fucking booze. The booze is the white man's poison to dumb you down, to keep you stupid. All right, because that's what alcohol does. Pay attention to people that drink and go out. They look stupid. I have seen it all over the internet, and I'm like, how are you people not fucking embarrassed? Like, you're acting like a fucking child. You're looking like a little kid. And it literally can shrink your brain and make you retarded, the longer or the more you consume. And it does. It's like, it's liquid courage. And that's why people call them spirits, because it's almost like you drink this and it like possesses you to be something you would never be or do. All right, so I feel like this is the problem here. All right, you are not really like balancing things in life. You're not weighing things up. You're not doing anything. I also feel like it's just a repetitive shit. It just keeps going around like the Wheel of Fortune hasn't turned. You're doing the same shit you've been doing for God knows how long. Partying, celebrating, finding every fucking reason to go out and party and celebrate and get fucked up and then get kicked out maybe with the Five of Pentacles because you had a fucking argument. And when people go out and drink and they're around a lot of people, some people are happy drunks, some people are sappy drunks, some people are angry drunks. And it's like, I feel like drama, because I feel like the jealousy starts to, because people can become more friendly, more laid back, more touchy-feely, whatever, not paying attention because their minds are polluted, poisoned, drowned in alcohol. All right, and so I feel like it causes a lot of jealousy, which could cause a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, a lot of putting each other out, just a bunch of bullshit. And you've been stuck in this with the Wheel of Fortune for, like I said, God knows how long. The wheel ain't moving forward. You ain't really moving forward in life. If you have, like I said, it's almost like a standstill. It's like a wrench has been thrown in the wheel here. Because if the divine is here, throwing that wrench. All right? The Fool. You need to focus on taking a leap of faith. You need to focus on just living life, being carefree, being sober and adventurous, and, just taking a leap of faith and moving out of this energy and being that free spirit. All right, because I'm almost feeling like you have to suppress a lot with the moon here. All right, you got to keep a lot suppressed, you got to keep a lot buried, you got to keep a lot hidden. All right, there's a lot of secrets that you keep to yourself, feelings, everything. All right, so let's get this wrapped up here for Pisces. Okay, for the sign of Pisces, let's get the outcome here for Pisces. All right. Yeah, the Three of Cups, I mean, it's all right to go out and freaking celebrate, have a good time, but if you got to use booze and alcohol and shit like that to fucking have fun, and there's a problem. Yeah, we have here, you need to walk, okay, wow, look at this. Right now, you're wounded, you're paranoid, your energy is weak, your energy is low. The King of Buds is usually a businessman, somebody that you can partner with, somebody that you can, go into business with. But it's like your paranoia, your wounded energy is stopping it from really taking off. All right. It's that divine energy that could be blocking. But it's saying that you need to walk away. You need to see the truth. All right. You need to stand in your integrity, your truth. Find balance. Rise above. All right. And see clearly. Because right now you ain't doing that, all right? You got the Nine of Bongs in the reverse and the Death. I mean, it's like you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to be literally like content until you completely put an end and walk away and not look back. All right, guys. Yeah, we have the Hermit here. All right, you need to go do that Hermit energy. All right, you need to really do some deep introspection and some self-improvement. All right, you really need to bring yourself out of the dark. All right, because this energy is going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you from really seeing true abundance and good luck and good fortune. And this shift is going to bring in beautiful things, but right now it's like I feel like you're facing a lot of shit. I just saw the Knight of Bongs. Yeah, the Hermit is going to let you come. Okay, so when you do the Hermit energy and you start to like waking up and see the light, you're going to start stepping into that Knight of Bong energy where it's just naturally going to start leading you. All right, your heart, your intuition, all that. It's just going to lead you naturally. All right, and you're going to see the light. You're going to see the truth. All right, because you're just not where you're supposed to be here, loves. All right, so it's time to rise above. See the clear picture. Oh, yeah, it's got the Chariot. Yeah, it's like you're moving backwards. You're not moving in the right direction. All right, and I'm not seeing a lot of forward movement in whatever you're doing. So if you're seeing like a standstill or stagnation, it's your own energy doing it because you think you can beat the freaking, you think you can like fool the universe. You think you can cheat the energy, but that's not how it goes. I just saw the Eight of Buds. All right, so maybe it has something to do with work and business. All right, you need to put your focus when it comes to yourself, your work, and just being who the hell you're supposed to be. Yeah, the Six of Pipes. You need to walk away because you're sitting in the reverse right now. Your emotions are out of whack. You need to find the strength here. All right, I feel like it's taking a lot of strength, to kind of like keep everything, suppressed. I feel like you do a lot of daydreaming, a lot of fantasizing. All right, you need to quit rejecting what you're keeping to yourself. There it is. Yep. I don't know if you got a toxic energy here that is keeping you from your destiny, keeping you from rising up, keeping you from being confident and relying on yourself and your own skill and reaping your own rewards. But somebody's preventing you from healing, rejuvenating, connecting with your faith, your spirituality, and it's this fucking energy. There is a devilish, toxic energy that is keeping your life in chaos. They're watching you like a hawk. and they're feeding you drugs and alcohol and parties and get-togethers and just keeping you in a low vibe energy. You need to run from this fucking shit. You need to see the truth and you need to leave. I don't give a shit if this is a person, place, what, family, what. You need to leave this shit. This shit is destroying you. All right, your life is in chaos. All right, there is constant toxic chaos, falling outs, just, yeah. And it's this freaking energy.